Hello, everyone. It's Fred again from Notes of a Nomad, video number 194. Today, the title is How to Know a Person. And this is prompted by a book that was referred to me and a interview that I listened to of the author David Brooks, who wrote the book, How to Know a Person. And I believe he wrote this book because he noticed that loneliness has been increasing, depression, and probably because of COVID, there's also been an increase as well of dehumanization of others and even meanness. And what can be done? Well, let's get to know people better. And it's mainly by asking questions and listening carefully. We try and practice this in Agra Speakers by interviewing others. And there's a simple set of questions that might help you if you're saying, well, yeah, I want to start conversations. What can I ask? Well, this is a very simple way, but there's a lot of other questions. But let me explain. It's 4 H's. History. So we ask something in their past, something when they were younger. Tell us a little bit what happened in your youth, something you remember that you want to share. Secondly, heartbreaks, something that didn't work out the way you hoped it would work. A third is heroes. Who's someone or something that's impressed you, that maybe has impacted your life? Who's a hero that you'd like to share with us? And lastly, but your hopes. What are your hopes for the future? What would you like to see happen in your life and maybe in the world? So those are some of the questions you could start with. And listen carefully. And what that does, by asking questions, it assists people to feel recognized and listened to. Let me share my screen and I'll show you some of the other things that has impressed me from this book that really resonated with me, made me think, oh, that's similar to what's happening elsewhere. So the book is called How to Know a Person, The Art of Seeing Others Deeply and Being Deeply Seen. This reminds me of deep listening. And if you're interested in learning more about listening, look up deep listening. There's a lot of good information on it. Helps resolve conflicts, can even help boost productivity in business through deep listening. There's a lot of material available about how to practice and implement deep listening. And the other aspect that this book reminded me was it can help others become the best versions of themselves. And one of the best practitioners of that was John Wooden, who is an award-winning coach in basketball. But he wasn't only the competitive side. He helped his team become the best they could be in all aspects of their life, with their team spirit, their initiative, their industrialness, the enthusiasm, etc. These were all the elements that he worked on. And he built this team up, his basketball teams, so they won many competitions. But it wasn't all about winning. It was about them being the best person and the best team they could be. There's a person that if you want to try and emulate someone and you're working with a group of people, look up John Wooden. So the last I would like to show you is this quote, that deep listening is miraculous for both the listener and the speaker. When someone receives us with open-hearted, non-judging, intensely interested listening, our spirits expand. So here in Agra, as you've probably heard me say, this is what we try and do as well. The interviewing that I mentioned, those 4 questions starting with H, history, heartbreak, heroes, and hope. But also, we have an after party where we openly discuss what's going on, what we're thinking about, different topics. And I believe that helps us feel recognized because people are listening to each other and discussing in their opinions and their thoughts. And by recognizing others, they feel heard and understood. This helps make the world a better place and would solve a lot of the world's problems and the conflicts that we often have if we practice listening. So that's what the book, how to know a person reminded me of. So with that, I'll say adios, au revoir, wishing you, your family and friends, lots of love and laughter, and hope you practice how to know a person better. Bye for now from Fred and Notes of a Nomad.